TWiGames.com.
Welcome to this week's episode of TWiGames.com. We begin with my boy Peter Molyneux talking about Heavy Rain and rumors of an Xbox 360 redesign. But first, Infinity Ward is set to release a new map pack for Modern Warfare 2. You get 2 maps from the first Modern Warfare and 3 new maps. This is going to cost $15. Kotek! Rich is getting upset! Are you getting upset, Bri?
Rich, of course I'm upset. But I'm not just upset at Activision and the devil Bobby Kotick. I'm upset because people are gonna buy it.
Yeah.
They're gonna buy it, and they're gonna tell Activision basically to do more of this. This is ridiculous. $15? $15?
I mean, look, this is ridiculous. Of course people are going to buy it, though. I mean, you know, for somebody who plays a game that much, you get sick of the maps. You need new maps. So Activision knows this. People are going to buy it regardless. And yeah, you know, the whole thing, we buying it is telling them that it's okay. Well, I mean, that's business, man. But you know what? This really does suck. I buy everything. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to be part of the problem. I'm going to be part of the problem. You know what's even worse? I'm probably not even, at this point, I'm not really playing Modern Warfare 2 anymore, and I'm still going to buy it.
But like, us as consumers, we're getting screwed here. I mean,
absolutely.
Back in the day, PC games were the first to have, you know, DLC.
Yeah.
And they were always for free because they wanted you to keep playing their game.
Of course.
And this is Modern Warfare 2. This isn't some peanut game. So everyone in the industry is going to say, why don't we do the same thing?
Right. This is 25% of the cost of a full game.
Yeah.
For 3 maps.
I just got Perfect Dark XBLA for $10.
But when you put that into perspective, that this is 25% of a full-length game, that is just insanity.
With 2
insanity.
Oh, maps?
I mean, I'm just enraged with vengeance.
Yeah. You are such a shill. But I bet that 7-Eleven Slurpee is quite delicious.
It is quite delicious, actually. Quite delicious.
Peter Molyneux, the man behind Syndicate, Black and White, and more notably the Fable series, said of Heavy Rain, it's absolutely brilliant. And then said, I recommend anyone who wants to start to see the first glimpses of the future of video games to go out and buy it. He then said of the developer, I have to take off my hat to Quantic Dream. There's a couple of things they do in that game which were revolutionary. Rich, it wouldn't be a Molyneux quote without the word revolutionary.
Brian, this guy drives me absolutely crazy. I mean, this guy's out of his mind, Brian. Look, his whole career, all right, every time he comes out with a game, he's like, you know, I'm trying to invoke emotions into the player. Yeah. Like, that's his whole drive is trying to bring emotions into the world of video games, right? If you keep reading this interview, after, the game is brilliant, it's the future of games, I tip my hat off to the developer, he then goes on to say, but I can only play 90 minutes. I can only play an hour and a half of this game because it was so dark and so emotionally involving that he felt emotionally beaten up. What? First of all, how do you praise a game that you only play 90 minutes of? And second of all, buddy, you're trying to invoke all these emotions in your games. Finally, a game comes out that supposedly does that, and you can't play it? Like, what is this guy?
I think that's the point of the quote is he said, you know, games have never been able to do that to me. So it was so powerful, I couldn't play it, I was hit. But I want to say this about him, though. If this is the future of video games, you know all those people that complain about the Wii? It's going to ruin games?
Yeah.
If this is the absolute future of video games, I'm going to jump on that bandwagon. This is something I'm afraid of. I liked Heavy Rain.
Yeah.
I do not want Heavy Rain to be the future of video games.
Do you actually think it is, though?
And this is something that's happening this generation. Everyone's obsessed with immersion, which I have no problem with.
Yeah.
But if the future of video games has no game and you're just pressing a button to fuel further story and graphics,
do you actually think
people actually think motion's going to take it over? I'm going to flip out just like those idiots. For once on this show, I'm going to be the one overreacting.
Motion has way more of a chance to fully take over than this. Are you kidding? Come on, this guy's an idiot. Look, this isn't the future of video games. Future video games will come out like this because it was successful and critically acclaimed. But come on, video games, Dragon's Lair came out in the 90s. That didn't take over, right? There's no way this taking over. Whereas motion controller, that's more scary to me to take over.
See, that's what I'm saying. So I'm going to overreact like you for
but
once.
Your overreaction is ridiculous.
Because look at all the games this gen. They're all just
my
story
overreaction is
and
a lot
graphics
better
and
than
sound.
yours, buddy.
And like people don't even like games. I think a lot of gamers have to admit they hate games.
A lot of gamers probably do hate games.
They look at the DS and the iPhone like as a joke, when the difference is the good games on those are actually good games. Whereas a lot of HD, like AAA games are just hidden behind graphics and sound. Oh, what graphics and sound? That's not a game.
Yeah,
you want to watch a movie, watch a movie.
Yeah, but nobody says that graphics and sound is a game,
that's
right?
But this is that's
every
what I'm saying.
every game
I'm
that
afraid
comes
of this
out
as the future, because if this is the future where we're just watching story and pressing one button,
you actually think this is the future?
No, I don't. I just wanted to overreact for once like an idiot.
Come on. Having said that, Heavy Rain was freaking awesome, and I cannot wait for Quantic Dream's next game, which, by the way, David Cage this week said is coming out a lot sooner than we think. Alleged images of a new motherboard for a 360 redesign have surfaced, along with rumors that a new update will allow you to save and load from USB devices. Brian, do you think these rumors are true?
You want to know why I think this is true, Rich?
Why,
You want to know
Brian?
why?
Why?
China. They've been on point for every hardware leak in like the last 5 years. You know,
right.
Similar things happen with the Slim, but not just video games. You know, the iPhone, the
Yeah.
iPad. They've been on point with leaking images, and I think it's true.
Props to China. Props to China.
Major props to China.
But, Brian, honestly, is this even like, okay, the redesign, that's one thing, but rumors of a USB storage device, like, is that even rumor worthy? Who cares?
Well, it's because memory cards, we don't need them anymore. Ben Heck, the guy who does all the modding, checked out the motherboard, said if it's real, there's no memory card slot.
Yeah.
And if this USB thing is true, that means even more sense because you can have a USB saving device. And they say this could probably be capped at 16 gigabytes.
I don't, like, so? Like, I have 4 USB devices on my PS3. Not once have I ever used them. And I can, right? I can save and load.
Yeah, but on the 360, you can save your profile and bring it to a friend's house, and you can just load it up off of that.
Whoa!
But this is something they need, though, because, look, the Jasper system's been out since 2008.
Yeah.
It has a failure rate of about 4 to 6%.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a problem anymore. But there's still a perception of the
Yeah, of
R1.
course.
So this is going to be good. The only thing I want to know is it doesn't look like there's Wi-Fi built in. They need to have the Wi-Fi
For
built
God's sakes,
in.
like, come on. The Wii has freaking Wi-Fi built in. The
know.
Wii, a last generation console, has Wi-Fi built into it. Yeah, I said it.
Zing!
But, Brian, I mean,
Oh my God.
but listen, Brian, they're not doing this because of the perception. They're doing this to lower costs, just like
Yeah.
Sony did. And it's going to clearly probably be released with the Natal this fall.
Natal and Halo, it looks like Microsoft is really trying this year.
God, this is good. What? Man.
But seriously, this holiday, it's going to either come with Reach or Natal,
Yeah.
and it's going to be cheaper because of the costs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Done deal. Done and done.
And you're probably going to buy one, even though you already have a 360.
Why not?
Because you buy it.
I buy everything.
Rich, I could really go for a Slurpee right about now. I really could.
Could you?
It's delicious.
They're
7-Eleven,
absolutely delicious.
absolutely great. Sony is taking a page out of Sega's old playbook and making fun of the competition in a new ad for the Sony PlayStation Move, specifically making fun of the Nintendo Wii and Microsoft Natal. Rich, shots fired.
Right. By the way, this was absolutely hilarious, man. Kevin Butler has been killing me. I mean, what a great advertising campaign this has been. This is one of the most memorable campaigns, I think, in the history of video games. And
I love Kevin Butler. This guy needs to be at E3.
But I mean, this is hilarious, and I actually agree with Sony here, man. Like, you know, right now they're being perceived as such a copy of the Wii and all this stuff, and you know, Natal's coming out and it's like new and all this stuff. So why not preemptively strike, you know, and just go out there and just make fun of these guys? You know what I mean? This is like in 8 Mile when Eminem like dissed himself in the freestyle. That's what Sony's doing right now. They're coming out preemptively,
Making an
man.
analogy to 8 Mile and Eminem.
I don't know where that came
I don't
from.
think Sony wants to be white trash.
I don't know where that came from.
Here's what I want to know. What if they do the skeet shooting commercial from Sega? Remember they shot the SNES?
Yeah.
What are they shooting? Which device are they shooting?
The Natal.
Yeah?
You got to go after the Natal.
No way. I'm saying iPhone. They're shooting the iPhone. Because nothing makes Sony look more old-fashioned.
Than the iPhone?
I mean, they're being beat by Amazon and Barnes & Nobles. These guys used to be hardware kings.
That's true, Brian. That's true.
They should shoot the iPhone.
But, Brian, I mean, can we talk about some specific moments in this commercial,
Yeah,
man?
definitely.
Like, all right, when he makes fun of Wii boxing by going like this, that was hilarious, man. And then the look of disgust on his face after that, like, it was hilarious. But Brian, ultimate, man, the ultimate, using your finger as a gun. Let's take a look at this.
Plus, PlayStation Move's not only crazy precise, it's also got what we in the future call buttons, which turn out to be pretty important to those handful of millions of people who enjoy playing shooters, platformers, or, well, anything that doesn't involve catching a big red ball. So, I mean, come on. Who wants to pretend their hand is a gun? What is this, 3rd grade? Woo! 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 Woo!
Dude, seriously, this guy is the man.
Dude,
Kevin
hilarious.
Butler is the man.
No, but seriously, like, isn't that true? Like, are we really expecting us to use our finger as a gun?
Dude, I don't know. I don't know. We're going to take a quick break. We come back, we discuss God of War 3, and we play the percentages. 100% chance we play percentages. 100%. I've already won one.
Be sure to subscribe to TWiGames.com via RSS, iTunes, YouTube, and Twitter. That's TWiGames.com.